Alright, here we are at the Mac Cave. This is the second try on this video. The phone started ringing off the hook. Alright. Here we are, we're going to talk about this Jarvine Riffle installation. I told some folks I'd make a little video for them so that they can get kind of their minds around this. I've been talking to people on Messenger, internet, as far as email and everything, and sending a lot of pictures to a lot of people, kind of same messages over and over again. They're interested about this, so I figured it's a good time to get a tutorial video going on. You're going to buy this guy here for a 10 inch. It's the only size I got at the moment. So because the material is just really expensive, and I got 2 stacks of 10 of these, and the bill was that's crazy for the expanded metal. So I figured I'm gonna do 10. Person wants to buy it because there's only a difference between cost between a 10 inch and a 16 inch is $10. So 16 inch, chop her down to 14, 12, whatever. 10 inch, chop it down to 10, 8. Anyway, so it allows me to not have to pay someone all that to cut all these and keep the price lower, because the perforated material is just right now is like acting like it's gold. Might as well be made out of gold. Okay, so here we got this guy, and we're gonna get it, and we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna mount a clamp to it for the mat, and we're gonna clamp the mat. This is like on a vortex or a dredge mat. Now these applications we're talking about are dredge, high banker. These are applications. I don't know if you're really ever going to put this in a sluice box. Someone wants to do that, more power to you. Okay, dredge, high banker. We basically got some miner's moss that goes underneath this. Clamp holds down. You can see I kind of bolted this together. This bolt will go through your bottom of your sluice or your dredge. Put some duct tape or some epoxy to hold it. This wing nut should never really come off when you take the mat out. You should loosen it and slide it out, because this guy will get beat up by rocks and stuff, and eventually this wing nut won't come off the top, which is good. Anyways, so we're going to slide that underneath there. For some reason, if your dredge doesn't have like a little lip to slip this underneath, or your high banker, you can put something like this in there, silicone it down, put some rivets in it, whatever you want to do. So you slip this guy in, put this down, tighten it up. There you go. You're holding your mat. Now you got your baffle, and you're able to slow all that material down, bleed out that fine gold. And anytime you slow down gold, you're winning. So black sand's winning. And why we're doing this, a lot of people say, well, does the Dream Mat have good enough capture? This really has nothing to do with the capture rate of the Dream Mat. This has everything to do with fluid dynamics. Material coming out of your flare, zoom. Material coming through your high banker, zoom. And when that material, the water is zooming, all your fine gold is zooming with it. And so it's really hard for, invisible make-believe forces to reach up into the upper layer of the water and suck gold out of it. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen nowhere. No other system does it. And by doing up and downs with a big whale tail or some kind of crazy Evel Knievel ramps, you're just making it worse. So what we're going to do here is that pressurized laminar flow, meaning like flat and pressurized and slick, that comes out really shallow and velocity like a spray nozzle. We're going to let it hit these ramps, wrap it up, go to ambient, and now our flow is going to be more unpressurized in releasing the gold in the material. So what we're going to do is we're going to help the fast flared flow and the high banker slick flow that comes down through the waterfall and around the corner. We are going to help it reach ambient pressure. And we know if we can help this water slow down, it's going to release all the good stuff, and we're going to capture it. And we'll still have plenty of velocity. We always have that. Good nugget catch, good specimen catch. Fine stuff gets below here, gets caught. Now it's slowed down. The slower it reaches, goes across the mat, easier it is to catch. This Jarvine Riffle is by far the best thing that's going to happen to, besides Dream Mat, I'm teasing you, that's a joke, besides Dream Mat, to crash boxes and high bankers underneath them, and also jet flare dredges. This guy, even if people don't commit to the Dream Mat, and they're doing stuff, this system here is way better than a punch plate that's slick, because the punch plate, is like a cheese grater. It's only going to grate off that bottom layer. and everything on top's going across. Your big block of cheese is going across. So imagine just like a big block of cheese. You're going to get a layer. That's it. The big chunk went away. A layer. The big chunk went away. This guy here is really going to take... This is almost like the glaciers when they come across the mountains. And they deposited all that material. It deposited in all the valleys, in all the little benches. So yeah, think about this. You know, this has been very well thought through, this whole idea. Now, okay, so we got that kind of beat down onto the regular dredge mat or the regular dream mat clamp. Held down, Jarvine Riffle. Maybe you need something like this on the end to go underneath it in your high banker or your dredge below the flare. Now, if we have, for sake of argument, we have a high banker that has the combo mats or the mini mats in them. What do we do here? Well, we're most likely just going to do this. We're going to have something on the end, clamp it down, miner's moss, and we're going to basically just put our one screw or our double screw, depending on how wide it is, clamp down through our box to hold the mat like this. And some people might even take a piece of metal like this, strip it off, set it on top of there, and do a sandwich just to make it stronger, because this perf can bend pretty easy as like a big washer, a reinforcement. Not having this on here, but you know, so that this, you know, when they screw these screws down, this don't all bend and warp out of shape. But anyway, so they can do the same thing. So same thing, different connection. All right. So saying that all, and let's look at basically what we got going on here. This is a speed banker that I got going on that we're selling. And actually, we're selling the last of a few that I only had bottoms for. I made new tops for them. And these last few are kind of pretty rough, and we're going to actually have a brand new product line come out with it, all fabricated. But basically, you can see it has a Jarvine Riffle in there. And that Jarvine Riffle actually is part of the clamp. It's punch plate. So that comes down on top of everything, clamps the mat, has that thing in there. This is a speed banker. This is going to be the evolution of high banking. Now, I'm going to throw this sales pitch in here for free. This is for free, guys. Me and Frank Reed have come up with this device, and we even called it the speed banker. The reason we call it the speed banker, you look at the old thing, me and Frank have talked about this for years. He made like 25 of these and said, you know, I don't want to be a fabricator. I just want to retire. Don't want to do it. So we're going to actually have a fabricator pick these up. They're going to be really nice. I got 3 right now that are for sale. We're going to have some more coming in the fall. This is unclassified high banking. Why are we high banking unclassified? One, the pile in the back is a pain in the butt. Having 2 piles, getting wet, getting soaked, the whole thing like that. Dream Mat has great ability to run unclassified. It was meant to run classified in the stream. We run unclassified in the dredge. So if we can catch gold in a dredge unclassified, and we can catch this stuff in a stream unclassified, why can we not high bank, or what some people call power sluice, unclassified? We can, and we can get great gold recovery. So the material goes in, the spray bar pushes it up in the edge. Like there's a video out there called Speed Banker on YouTube. Type it in, you'll get Frank's thing, we'll talk about it. And there's even a demonstration of it going where we're going to tumble and we're going to shoot everything into that boil box and hold it in there as long as possible. All the clay, all the material, we're just going to have a wall of water pushing everything to the back. And as the material gets filled in, we bring out our material, it's washed clean, all beat apart, and we get solutions. So this is the key to this thing. Why are we doing this? Everything comes out the discharge. Everything comes out this end, one pile to deal with. We don't get soaked. The material goes in. We don't have 2 piles to deal with. We don't have this pile of clean rocks. And we don't have everything goes out the discharge. So that allows us to be more efficient. And one thing we know, and you see it all the time, people are always struggling with, not that there aren't really good designs and bad designs. Uh-oh, dog's getting ready to bark here. And hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Sorry, UPS came with a bunch of stuff. Busy. So anyways, what I was talking about is high baker crash boxes, a lot of times people are always coming up with designs that somehow, and there's a challenge, just like a trommel, get the material clean and off and not have dirty material fall off. And so they're always pushing it up or pulling it up, or some people are in some designs, and sometimes rocks come out and they're not clean. And sometimes in a big surge of material, you can actually see the dirty water go off the back of the thing. There are designs out there that are really good, and there are designs out there that, well, they're lacking. Anyways, so this helps us keep everything on the mat. It helps us just boil box that up there, and it's amazing on the spray bar. Having a 2-inch pump and having all these jets basically just make a wall of water. You know, we adjust this and tighten it down on here so it holds our angle. Sorry about that, really quick there. Anyway, so we basically are able to have this big wall of water that all the material hits and this gets trapped up in that back wall. It tumbles. As it overburns with material, it releases clean material out. That's the hope. Anyways, enough of the speed maker. I said you got that for free. Not going to kill that sales pitch. This is more about the Jarvine Riffle, but that has it in there. So we're going to basically, everyone who buys this says, my gosh, it's almost as great as the Dream Mat, the not getting soaked, everything coming out the front. The speed maker, we're going to be selling those this fall. You know, maybe this middle of the summer. He's making 5 new ones for me right at the moment. So we'll see how quick it is he takes to get it to me. And then we're going to see how quick they sell. And we're going to be up and running for there. All right, guys. Jarvine Riffle. Let's go. If you get those, now you kind of know what to do. This video will be on YouTube. So when people hit me with the Jarvine Riffle question, I'm just going to link this video to it because I think it does a good job. And then the questions from there will be more advanced. All right, guys. Dream Mat. What's in your box? Woohoo! Jarvine Riffle, Dream Mat. All Dream Mat inspired. Super Dream Mat fabricator extraordinaire Paul Jarvis built these first ones for me, tested them. He absolutely loves them and swears by them. So this is tested product. We got it in trenches. People love this stuff. You know what I mean? It's awesome. All right, cool.